All right, October 2nd here at Thornton. So this is the walkway to, and it's kind of dirty here, very stained. So we're talking about maybe pressure washing from the crack this way, that thing. We're okay with what Chris said, removing this door. We were talking about, maybe painting it, but the question is about this trim. So I personally don't think it looks that bad, but if it is removed, right, then it's going to leave some fastener holes, and then those would have to obviously be patched. We do want new door hardware here. It's left on the counter. We want this door painted. It's got some chips right here. All right. On the bottom, the weather strip is inconsistent. Okay. Especially like over here, it looks pretty bad. So a new weather strip, please, on the bottom here. And we said we were okay with no, I think we said we want to replace the hinges too with some metal that's going to match the hardware, which Mr. Wu has purchased here. He purchased two, one for the screen door, but I don't think we're going to use that one unless Perfect Touch changes their mind. Okay, I think that's it for here. Oh, I'm going to move this combo box here since we are going to do work on this door, and I'm going to put it on this water pipe right here. All right. We're gonna ask Perfect Touch to remove this light and remove this door. We didn't fully discuss after we remove this door what we're going to do. If we're gonna remove that rail also, and I mean, if we don't put anything there, it's gonna kind of look a little odd between the toilet here, looking at the appliances. Well, we're not going to probably buy appliances, but maybe if we just stage some plants, I don't know, and then let the buyer figure out what kind of door he wants. But that is the discussion I'll have with Lin. We forgot to flush that out. This is open, trying to let this dry out a little bit here. And I think I said we're asking Perfect Touch to add the light here. Yeah. Aaron's going to add baseboard to this section. He's going to set his nails in this baseboard and fill, but we're asking the painters, which is the Perfect Touch, to caulk top of baseboard, caulk corners, right, of baseboard, so we can't see all those black lines. So I think we're done with Mr. Wu here. So for Perfect Touch to, finish the painting, of course, we're going to remove these brackets here, right, in the kitchen before we paint. And I mean, we had the discussion about these heat sensors. Maybe they weren't taped well or something when they were painted. You can kind of see here, it's really ugly. There's paint on some of it a little bit, and like there's missing paint. So, it's just kind of, to me, hazardously done. And so they're really, to me, a sore part, right? Look at that one. It's just like, seems like it's hanging. So I don't know while the ceiling is being painted, if anything can be done. So we talked about the inconsistent texture on the ceiling here. This is by the dining area specifically. It's pretty rough in spots, and then, a few inches away, it's kind of smooth. So I was explaining to Lin, the only way to do it is to, I think he calls skim, where you texture the whole thing smooth, which is time consuming. But just to get an idea of the cost whatever benefit analysis of that. Can you bid that, not do it, bid it so Linlin will know how much it would cost to, you know, skim these, wherever the texture was, to skim them smooth, right? I know it's not easy. Again, since Perfect Touch is painting, they're gonna do all the patching, right? Just trying to add notes from what, you know, I didn't have yesterday. And again, since Perfect Touch is painting, they can paint this. Oh, right, this is, right, was from probably Mr. Wu. I don't know. Let me try to clean this up. Looks pretty bad. I mean, look at that right there. Down there too, right? Yeah, I know. Just wanted to document this before Perfect Touch takes over. And we should do something about that. It's pretty ugly. Yeah, this was noted yesterday. Of course, Perfect Touch will, you know, address that before they paint. Yeah. I mean, to me, it's a lot of common sense, but I just want to call out some of it explicitly. This is interesting. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what these were for, but you know, you're walking up the stairs, they're very visible. I don't know if that can be smoothed out a little bit. We'll ask Perfect Touch to spray that, right? And this light was discussed to some degree. Lynn had said that and both thought it was askew, and I think maybe depending on the angle you look at it, but to me, I didn't notice it until they mentioned it. And then as they mentioned it, I thought, well, maybe if it was skew, it was clockwise, like a degree or something. But I thought it was more skewed this way. The top skews out, but I don't think it looks that bad, actually. Lynn explained this to me. Her explanation was the 4 pieces of trim. They kind of pop down and there's a clip, and then the whole thing swings down. Well, if that's the case, you know, maybe the drywall should be fastened to it. I don't know. And then this corner of the drywall is cracked, we noticed. Mr. Wu did clear the debris from some of these lights. Really, this one had about an 1/8 inch from the ceiling here and 3/8. He did redo it. I don't know if it's better or not, but yeah, I think it is better. But it's the color of this light that was, now it's spun around on this side. There's that one dark spot on this side. So I guess you can spin it around. It's less noticeable now, so it's better. Okay. Here, I think Perfect Touch is going to have to make a decision, right? This was contact paper that was painted, and you know, it's a smooth surface, right? So it's never easy to paint this with brush or roller. So we may want to do something there that's different, especially this one right here, right? This looks bad. Speaking of that, oh yeah, where was that metal trim? Oh, it's in these 2 closets over here. Yeah. So Perfect Touch is painting that. Obviously, they'll have to spray that, right? Because brush and roller, it's a metal piece, and brush and roller doesn't work well there. Oh wow! Just noticed this screen. I guess the inspector will note that on Tuesday. I don't know if we can take it out. If the Perfect Touch is here, they're the experts on removing screens. If they take it out, maybe bid repairing it or give it to me, and I go run it to the screen company. But yeah, let's see if anything's new in here to discuss. I don't believe so. Yeah, so I guess we'll be asking the Perfect Touch to raise that one vent that was too small. I think it was this one. It was pushed over. Oh, it was a master vent. Yeah. I don't know. Might have to get out some tools to get this down flush, but there. So yeah, this is a pretty sizable gap here. You know, like 3/4 inch plus. So we want to do a little better there. All right. I guess I'm gonna be heading out here. I'm sure I'll be back up here several times this week, and we'll be working with the Perfect Touch to, oh yeah, we talked about hardware for these. Maybe I think it was Perfect Touch that mentioned replacing these, and we definitely agree. You know, they're painted metal brackets, and they just look like they were, you know, not even considered when wall painting was done here. I don't know. And yeah, a lot of this thing, I don't know what this thing is. Oh, maybe a speaker for the alarm. I don't know. Trying to get that one tightened. Okay. I think I'm out of here. We'll be in touch.